What are some classic works of fiction with Catholic themes? Before we answer this, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss any of our videos. Also, if you have any questions about the faith that you need answers to, let us know in the comments below. Okay, so the Catholic faith has certainly inspired many great works of literature. Many Catholic books cover themes like suffering, redemption, sacrifice, victory of good over evil, and even the need for upholding Catholic virtues and morals. But these themes or concepts are not limited to the classic Catholic works like the Summa Theologia or the Confessions. Today we'll look at 3 such works of fiction that have Catholic themes and are written by Catholic authors. These works do not directly talk about the faith, but their themes are highly influenced by it. Let's look at the first one, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Of course, if we are talking about great works of fiction, then we have to start with J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings trilogy. Tolkien's masterpiece was greatly influenced by his Catholic faith. While he avoided any explicit mentions of Catholicism like churches or sacraments, etc., the entire work was undoubtedly Catholic. The correlation between the power of the ring and the power of sin, characters who reflect Christ, reference to live bread, which could be a symbol of the Eucharist, and the concept of suffering, well, are just a few examples of the trilogy's connection to the faith. About the work, Tolkien had said, "The Lord of the Rings is of course a fundamentally religious and Catholic work, unconsciously so at first but consciously in the revision." Don Quixote. The next work on our list is Don Quixote, an epic 2-part Spanish novel written by Miguel Cervantes. The story revolves around a middle-aged man who, fascinated by stories of heroes and their victories over evil, decides to take up the sword and set out on his own adventures. Similarly to Tolkien, Cervantes never intended to write a Catholic novel, but his faith is evident throughout the work. The main characters, Don Quixote, a self-described knight, and his sidekick, Sancho, the squire, initially have a master-servant relationship. However, over time, as they journey forward in the face of many challenges, the relationship soon develops into a strong friendship. The two are men of faith. They carry a rosary and speak of God's providence and mercy. On his deathbed, Don Quixote receives all the sacraments so that he can die in a state of grace. One memorable quote from the book describes the peace of God as a precious legacy, a jewel without which neither in heaven nor on earth can there be any happiness. The Man Who Was Thursday. The last book is considered to be one of G.K. Chesterton's greatest novels. The Man Who Was Thursday, A Nightmare, is a gripping tale of an undercover detective who must save the world from being bombed by a group of anarchists who are named after the days of the week. While Chesterton might be known in Catholic circles for his apologetic works like Orthodoxy and The Everlasting Man, he also wrote several poems and works of fiction. While the novel The Man Who Was Thursday was written 14 years before his conversion to the Catholic faith, the underlying themes are still relevant to the faith. The entire book has been described as an allegory for man's brave and determined search for Christ and understands the integral role of suffering in the Christian life. Another great work of fiction from G.K. Chesterton is the Father Brown series, which is about a crime-solving priest called, you guessed it, Father Brown. Now, this by no means is an exhaustive list, okay? We just wanted to highlight a few fictional works with Catholic themes. The Catholic faith has no doubt been influential in inspiring many great works of literature. Since the time of Christ, his life, passion, death, and resurrection, the Christian morals and worldview has played a huge role in shaping the minds of many literary giants. So, what do you think about this? Have you read any of these books before? What works would you add to the list? What other Catholic classics would you like to know about? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, let us know by liking and subscribing to our channel. It really helps us a lot. Until next time.